Is distance education all about technology and separation of learners from the instructor? If that will be the case, how does the student learn? Moore, on his 3 types of interaction, presented that a learner can either learn from content or learner-content interaction, another learner, or learner-learner interaction, or from the teacher, learner-teacher interaction. But what is interaction? According to Miyazo and Anderson, Wagner 1994 defined interaction as reciprocal events that require at least 2 objects and 2 actions. Interaction or interactivity will only take place when these objects and events mutually influence each other. Too vague to understand? Let us say one learner used Facebook Messenger to communicate for their homework. However, we might not know if the content of the message is merely a pub chat than a high-quality educational experience. It is important for interaction in distance education to have meaning than saying a lot of things without essence. So, what level of interaction is essential for effective learning? What is good interaction? How can we achieve it? Is it possible to have a perfect mix of everything so the learners can effectively learn somehow? Let us discuss one by one the types of interaction by Moore. First, learner-content interaction, a process of intellectually interacting with content that results in changes in the learner's understanding. Content either from text and other library resources, electronic resources, sound text, graphics, videos, or virtual reality. Moore pointed out that learner-content interaction is similar to Holmberg internal didactic conversation. Internal didactic conversation, as what we defined, interaction will only take place if the learners react to the teaching cues built into the modules. This is a time when learners talk to themselves about the information they understood from the content. Learners have to be very active readers to get the most out of their module. Second, learner-teacher interaction. This is similar to the traditional approach of education, wherein the teacher is the primary source of knowledge. According to Moore, the instructor is especially valuable in responding to the learner's application of new knowledge, even if the autonomy of the learner is high. The teacher's job in distance education is more of a facilitator of learning through content, maintain students' interests including self-direction and self-motivation. In the world of distance education, the instructor guides the learners by posing a question to stimulate students to think for themselves and guide them to discover the answers on their own. Teachers are helping learners to analyze and synthesize the content presented to them and create a friendly and pleasant learning atmosphere. Furthermore, teachers' main function is to give a timely and effective feedback to the students for them to internalize their performance and to give them a chance to correct and change their learning approach. Lastly, the learner-learner interaction. This is an interlearner between one learner and other learners, alone or in a group setting with or without the real-time presence of an instructor. Moore pointed out that interlearner interaction gives extremely valuable and essential resources for learning. It has also been said that interlearner interaction raises the interest and motivation of the interactors. This is because it provides continuous creation of new knowledge from different perspectives. Learner-learner interaction, as what we defined, will only be essential if there is a quality between the content. As posted earlier, what level of interaction is essential for effective learning? What is good interaction? How can we achieve it? Is it possible to have a perfect mix of everything so the learners can effectively learn somehow? You may reflect on these questions on a separate paper before you continue this video. Looking at the diagram of the types of interaction, Wilson, 1997, concludes that the interaction illustrates the capacity to effectively substitute one form of interaction for another. As far as the core interaction components of teacher, student, and content in education remain, the value of exploring the equivalency theorem of types of interaction remains promising. Anderson and Miazzo.